Sheikh, I have a question I wanted to ask. My husband wanted to buy a house, and I told him we cannot buy a house because it comes with mortgage and interest, and it's not. It's a thing, and because one of our neighbor bought a house, but he's saying that because it's a necessity because he needed his own privacy, and he needed a bigger place. So he asked people. He has another scholar. They told him it's okay. And I told my husband, no, this is not a necessity. If it's a necessity for us, we can get a different apartment because we have a lot of management complex in our area. We can look for another apartment. We have a lower price than what we are paying now. We don't have to get a house with an interest mortgage. We can just leave this apartment we live in and get another management with a cheaper apartment price instead of getting a house with mortgage and stuff. So he said no. They told him it's okay, but if I keep telling you it's not permissible, but he's insisting on getting it. So he told me he's gonna buy whether I want to come with him or not. I can stay here. He's gonna buy. So I don't know. Like I can't convince him. He told me like he's gonna buy. When I want to stay, I can buy. Yeah. So.
Any more questions, Fairuz?
No, that's it. Thank you.
I will answer you now, inshallah. Fairuz's question is quite common. Men do not listen to advice from their women. They feel that they are inferior, so they're not worthy of giving advice. And this is totally false. Our Prophet ﷺ sought the advice of his wives and acted upon them, as in the famous story of Sulh al-Hudaybiyah and Salama, when he told his companions to shave and slaughter their sacrifice going back to Medina because they were prevented from entering Mecca and making Umrah. They declined. They could not believe that this was an instruction as they are wearing the ihram. How can we take off our ihram, shave our heads, slaughter our sheep, and we did not even reach Mecca to perform our Umrah? So Salama advised him to not say a word, go out, call the barber, get his hair cut or hair shaved, and slaughter his camel, his sacrifice, without talking to anyone. And this is exactly what the Prophet did, alayhi salatu wasalam, and all the companions followed suit immediately. So it's not manly not to listen to your wife, especially if she's giving you a sound advice. As for Fairuz's husbands wanting to buy a house, a mortgage, and pay riba. We know that mortgage is riba based. It's a loan where you give riba, interest, over that loan. And the problem is when it fluctuates and it goes up. So the property, instead of being $100,000, now with the interest, it's 120. Some say, okay, no problem, I'll pay the 20%. Not only that, throughout the coming years, it may rise up more and more and more according to inflation, etc. So it becomes complex, it becomes compound interest, and all of this is totally prohibited. The third part would be, what would Fairuz do? Because her husband is giving her an ultimatum. Whether you like it or not, I'm buying the house. You want to come? You're welcome. You don't want to come? He has no problem with that. I tell you, and I give you an advice, go and enjoy the house, because you have zero sin on you living in such a mortgaged house. All the sin, which is a major sin, all the punishment, all the torment in the grave and in the hereafter would be on your husbands. So have no problem. You did your due diligence, you did your duty, you gave him the advice that Allah told you to give him, and alhamdulillah, you made your duty. Now, he is the one who is sinful. Everything that he brings home from his haram earning is halal for you and for your children, because he's the one who earned it. You did your job by advising him. He doesn't want to listen. It's up to him. However, usually it is not that easy, especially when you love your spouse. You don't want to see them end up in hell. you don't have any other alternative. Advise them kindly, show them the fatwas. This is not a necessity. Even if someone is forced to do or perform a surgical operation that requires money, and he does not have this money, he is not permitted to go and borrow with interest. Sheikh, he's going to die. And how do you know that if he borrowed with interest and did the operation, that he will live? Life and death is in the hands of Allah Azza wa Jal. So even in the case where you are forced to do or undergo a surgery, but you don't have the money for it, you're not permitted, you're not allowed to borrow for that by riba. And Allah Azza wa Jal knows best.